Convict music, and you know we up front. I see you whining and grinding up on that pole. I know you see me looking at you, and you already know.
Did you know Akon? Did you know Akon?
Yeah, I know Akon is.
You know, no?
So you like hip hop music?
Yes, sir. Yes, hip hop music. Hip hop music. Smack that.
Smack what?
Yes,
Smack what?
No smack or smack that.
Smack that. You just smack that.
Do you know what he is saying?
Yes.
What?
Smack that. Smack water. You just smack water. Smack that. Smack water. Smack that. Smack that. Oh. First started at pull the problem can't mix up the whole thing stop with the clothes and darling now. I feel a darling I go partner. He's a problem now. He's a Akon's fan.
Akon's fan. Yeah.
So you're a rapper?
Yes, he's a rapper.
Yeah.
So let's hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go. I want to hear some rapping.
इनके देश में वैसे भी कौन जानता है तुझे?
Akon के वो गाने ना एक्टर रहते हैं।
Akon देखेगा ना बेटे तेरे घर पे आएगा।
Fuck you बोला हूँ।
हाँ।
I see you whining and up on the floor. I know you see me looking at you and you already know I wanna fuck you. You already know I wanna fuck you.
Do you know how to dance?
No, I know that. Only singing I am.
None of you? Hip hop?
No. We only know Bangla. Yes. Like this.
I spoke with that group of young guys for about an hour here on this park bench, and that's what I want people to understand, is that it's not that I think that people in India and certainly in this city have any significant malice towards me when people stop and stare, and people do. It's annoying, and it's the fact that it's not the fact that they're just stopping and staring, but like I said in other videos, it's the fact that they're ignoring you, that they're not talking to you. And it's not even that I get the feeling that they wouldn't want to talk to me. Sometimes I do. And those people, unfortunately, are more, how should you say, poignant about how they go about ignoring me. But this group of young guys, I mean, what broke the ice was that they came over here to wash their cricket bat at the fountain that's leaking behind me. And then they threw it around and got all this water all over me, and I decided to be a nasty bitch, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I feel bad that I cursed in front of these kids, but I was really like, what the fuck? But that's all they needed to break the ice, and that's been my experience here in India over and over and over again, is that the ice can be broken, I can break it, but most often people here won't break the ice and will literally stand and stare until something happens, until something forces their hand. And I think that's the difficult part, is to see and sort of being part of, around people who are so disempowered. The reason why a kid on the streets of New Delhi, the average kid, like that 14-year-old boy in the video, won't be singing Bob Marley, but will be singing Akon and talking about smack that and I wanna, F you, is the same reason why in the movie I Am Legend, that Will Smith will be singing Bob Marley, but Three Little Birds, not like Them Belly Full or Exodus or War, they won't be singing, songs like that. It's because of their commercial economy. Like I said, like, who is empowered in such an economy? And transgression is still used to sell it. It sort of says that it's going to subvert itself by bringing in the other, but in fact the other is only brought in to reinforce the same sorts of power structures. So Akon is there, but he's only placing black women as sexual objects, not subject matter. and himself as brute force, who's willing to try his best to be a gangster, who objectifies women, who makes making money central to his being, and expresses himself as a black man through his sexual prowess. And this is a man of African descent who has come into the new world and learned the game very quickly. And so I always go back to this American Gangster and The Great Debaters with Denzel Washington. These two movies that sort of came out around the same time, and the fact that is, and the people who learned the commercial economy's sort of tastes, they don't want The Great Debaters. They want Denzel Washington as a gangster who's going to be violent, who's going to objectify women, who's going to make money making as his central moral value. And once people start to desire that is what I'm talking about. That's the colonized mind. That's the new colonized mind. And I don't even want to begin on where this sort of places us, places those individuals within that hierarchy that establishes. But everyone, of course, thinks that they can move up on it if they, play a bigger or better white supremacist, capitalist, patriarchal patron. It's like you can, as long as you adhere to that and sign up for that, and you just fall right in line. And it's interesting because if you look at Will Smith, who started out as this street kid in Philly, who from the as a rapper and the Fresh Prince, and he was never talking about booty and money and and wore gold and all that stuff. So I'm not saying that there's anything about him that has sort of acquiesced into this system. What I am saying is that even when these people are on screen, we see white people's fantasies. And I say fantasies because it's not that people sit around and say, okay, so how can I make a white supremacist, capitalist, patriarchal image that sort of regurgitates the same old crap? No. It's that we are all inundated with these images. It becomes our way of thinking and perceiving the world and including ourselves, which is why you get this self-hatred that we, as oppressed peoples and colonized peoples, talk about. But what do you do when that's what everybody wants? When someone's palate can't be satiated by resistance anymore, but can only be satiated by, I wanna, you. I sat here on this bench and I played Diggable Planets for these kids. I played Bob Marley. I even played some Jay-Z, but not that, upgrade me kind of business, but even some more provocative kind of images that resist generic American pop culture, Generica as I call it, and even the appropriated transgressive images of the other, be it J-Lo's ass or 50 Cent's big muscles. They're all selling the same thing, be it the Italian gangsters. Everybody becomes a stereotype in this. It's my same issue with Star Trek. And so when I look at things like I Am Legend, I know a lot of people want to look at that as, what is this saying about a new superhero? Can a diamond in the rough, a black superhero, come out of this? Yes, a black leader, the image of, people can slowly become comfortable with the reality of a black person as a leader. Just as people have become comfortable with a woman as a leader, which is why I think that there are people in America who just various
fake records.